For this one, credit goes to pack member Heather. Says, don't get lazy now. Remember the days you were desperate to be where you're currently at. You want to take lead on this one, or do you want me to go?
You know, this one kind of speaks for itself. And it goes back to what I've been saying about not laying down. Like, it's only over when you quit. Like, and really, this is saying that you've got to you can have an off day, take some downtime, take some self-care time, but don't get lazy in your process. You're moving forward. You're farther than you were yesterday, and just move forward a little bit, as much as you can every day. Move forward, and I think that's what it's saying. And you wanted to be where you are now 6 months ago, and you didn't get here by being lazy. You pushed yourself, and you made yourself better, and you've worked on your issues. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Let me reread it again so it refreshes my memory. Jay Bird had what he wanted to say. Let's say, don't get lazy now. Remember the days you were desperate to be where you're currently at. I'm basically taking away, what it's saying is like, you think the situation in your life is bad right now, but a year ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you would have killed, or you would have done whatever it took to get where you're currently at. You were so desperate to get where you're at right now that you would have done anything. And I think, it kind of goes back, reversing back to one of the memes we said earlier, where, it's basically the same theme of you've got to understand, you got to congratulate yourself and understand the things that you've been able to overcome because you were so desperate to get where you're at now and get out of that situation or move on with your life or even get that job or, friggin' that you always wanted, or, you got to have a little bit of gratitude and understand and that where you are currently at is where you wanted to be before. And if you're not currently where you wanted to be before, and it was, 6 months ago, year ago, 5 years ago, then you need to look yourself in the fucking mirror and ask you why you're not where you're at, where you want to be at. So, yes, Becky, YouTube and then TikTok eventually. So yeah. All right. You good on that one? You got anything else to add on that one?
I thought about it while I was listening to you talk. It's maintain perspective. Maintain perspective. Don't wallow in what you've been through, but remember what you went through to get to where you're at. Like, keep that perspective, because I think that what we do is we have a lot of trauma in our past, and then the next issue becomes bigger because it's in the present. Like, when you've overcome so much to get to where you are, like, your next step, a lot of times it's not as big as the hurdles you've already leapt. You've already leapt so many hurdles to get to where you are. Maintain that perspective. Remember that you've fought harder battles than what you're fighting now. And I think that's, I just thought of that while you were talking. It just hit me, and I was like, wow, like, might be it. So,
No, you're good. It is all about the perspective. It is.
and you've got to keep it. You've got to remember what you've been through, because that's how you grow. Right. And it's all about growth. It's not a necessary. That's how you heal. You heal by growing, and you don't grow without perspective. So you got to remember the growth that you've already accomplished to continue your journey.
Right. And there's certain situations in my life that, like, fuck the, boot camp, the Marine Corps period. I was dying to get back into the civilian world, or, I couldn't wait for that 3 months to be over to get out of fucking boot camp and then go become a Marine. And then there was parts of me that was wishing I was back, fucking in boot camp. It's one of those things that, like, and now that I'm, out, you forget the times and the hard things you've been through that you wish you were at a certain point in your life. Like, you got to be thankful for where you're at. You got to remember why you're here, how you got here, and the things that led up to your current state.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We're going to move on. We're going to give the good old thank you, Heather, for another great contribution to the pack. Going to give you that good old Wolf Pack how. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. And always remember two things. You're stronger than what the fuck you think, and you're not alone. Peace.
You see, change is inevitable. So it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all.